monsieur, il n'y a rien d'intéressant ici.
Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Hitman Contracts. Today our mission is Slaying a Dragon. By which I mean that's the title, we're not actually going to slay a dragon. First thing we're going to do though is we're going to jump in the sewer and find our old best friend, the rat poison. Now this mission, along with the next 3 that are coming up, are all part of one big hit to take out the triad leader, Li Hong. Specifically in this section of that hit, our goal is to start a gang war between the Red Lotus gang and... no, the Blue Lotus gang and the Red Dragon gang. Our objective here is to assassinate the Red Dragon negotiator, but leave the Blue Lotus negotiator alive, thus making it look like they did it. Now, these 4 missions and the big hit altogether are another one of those remakes from one of the old games. This one specifically, the only real difference is during the meeting they start drinking tea. Now we may not have whiskey to put the poison in, but we can damn sure put it in that tea. But to get in there, we need to get ourselves a disguise. Top floor of this apartment building, you'll know you're at the right one if you look up at the window that I showed earlier, the one that actually looks like a room, then you know you're at the right apartment building. Top floor, not the last door but the one right before it, is a gardener disguise. When we were down in the sewers, of course, we threw out all of our guns because this is a silent assassin mission, and we don't need guns for that. Biggest piece of advice I can give for this mission is try not to blink, you might miss the whole thing. I thought Traditions of the Trade was an easy mission. This one makes it look like I'm playing Demon Souls or something. This is the quickest and easiest mission I've ever played. Now make sure to go through this entrance here, and they'll frisk you. I tried going through one of the other doors and they started shooting at me. Passive frisk, not holding any weapons. They apparently have no problem with me bringing poison into here, but whatever. There are other gardeners, but it's not like one of those situations where you're restricted to one person per disguise. Like the Meat King party with the opium waiter, there was only allowed to be one. There can be as many gardeners as you want here. Right there you saw those are the 2 negotiators. Obviously the blue one's the Blue Lotus, the red one's Red Dragon. Around this corner though, not the corner but this side, here's the little teapot. No one seems to care that I'm pouring something weird into it. I'm not even all that subtle about it, I literally ran up and did it. And that's it, set it and forget it, and now we can start heading toward the exit. I'm just gonna kinda go slow and make sure he actually drinks it. You want some tea, don't you, little guy? There he goes. Yep, he's dead. Right, so that objective is done, but there is another objective before we can actually exit. It tells us to head for it anyway, but we haven't quite done it yet. The other objective says to make sure that the Blue Lotus negotiator survives. You really have to do jack all to get that done. All it really means is don't kill him. No one else will harm him. But it does mean that even if you get to the exit, you may not be able to actually leave yet. You have to wait until he actually gets off the map. And as you see that little white dot there, or circle, that's the negotiator. He's actually starting to leave anyway. Gets in his car. Once they actually leave the map, it'll say objective updated again, and that pretty much means we're done with the mission. So, time to start running. Like I said, super easy. Now, this video is not going to have a Rambo style, just like in the last... not the last one, but...
Welcome to Hong Kong 47.
Deadly Cargo, that's the one I'm thinking of. There you saw, we got them both done, they're out, we got to leave. The reason this one's not going to have a Rambo style isn't the same, though. When you blow your cover and start causing a ruckus, every single guard in the entire map starts running after you, and you die pretty quick, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I will make up for it, though. As for the next style, we're back here in the apartment. We are on the second floor at this door here. We want to make sure no one's around, because we're going to be picking the lock, as you can see. In this place, we have a bomb. Now, before we can actually use that bomb, we need one of the Blue Lotus disguises. And I don't know if you noticed in the last time we were up here, there's a Blue Lotus guy right here. So just take him out. Don't need a Silent Assassin again. Plus this way, getting a Silent Assassin with the bomb is a lot more complicated than it seems. But to do it, you'd have to use the bomb in a way that the bomb isn't necessarily meant to be used. You're going to make it explode. I'm not going to say you're like going to use to bash him over the head with it or anything. But it's not used to blow someone up. You'd have to blow it up and then go after the negotiator while he's running in terror. But that's not fun. So we're going to plant it on this car here. Now the trick here is we got to get the negotiator to actually get into the car. To do so, we have to alert them and make them run away. We want to do it in a way that we're not necessarily killed and gunned down before we can get away. So, back to, we're going to go up there. There's actually quite a few of these kind of sniping vantage points. I found this one to be the best one, or the most accessible anyway. I'm being very sloppy about this, by the way. You'll see in just a moment. I think someone's going to find him. Yep, there he is. Since I'm not really worried about Silent Assassin, I don't really care about people finding them. Anyway, now that we're up here, what we need is a gun that'll make some noise. We use these that we start off with, fire it into the park, but not at anyone. And they're alerted, and they're running away. Now we just gotta get down here, gotta give them time to actually get into the car. Generally, once you get to the bottom, he's in the car and they're already driving away, so I'm just gonna double check to make sure. Yep. And boom goes the dynamite. Now unfortunately I did this very sloppy, and they know I did it. You can do this very stealthily. Now since I'm not doing a Rambo style, what I will replace it with is another Silent Assassin method. Starts over here at that same spot I ended the last one at, and we gotta take this guy out. As a Blue Lotus guard, we could go up there as long as we followed normal... Hey, what are you following me for? I'm not doing anything weird. As long as we followed the normal guard rules. Don't let them see our face, don't lollygag, don't do anything suspicious. But right now we're just pretty much a civilian, so they don't care. As long as we don't try to actually go up the ladder. Oh. Give him a jab in the neck. Take his clothes just in case. Now we just need to hide his body. We have a perfectly good sewer right here, so let's use it. just be a little careful. It does tend to register thinking that you want to go down the ladder or something. Now, I don't know about you, but for some reason, I can't help but think that dropping him into the sewer like that's going to kill him anyway somehow. Like, if not for the fall onto the concrete, but just for being in the sewer for so long asleep. I can't imagine he's actually going to survive that, yet it still counts him as not being killed. I think I'm overthinking too much. Anyway, we grabbed our briefcase, we're going back up here. Like I said, there are other sniping positions. I think there's at least one, possibly two in that apartment building. But there's still a chance that they'll see you through the window, so I find this one's the easiest one. Got the same badass sniper as from Traditions of the Trade. There's a little pagoda, or gazebo. The thing in the park, that's what I'm talking about. We just gotta find our guy. Actually, that's them right there. You can just faintly make out that red dress at the bottom. Yeah, we just gotta wait for them to actually move around. There he goes, and down he goes. Now, you gotta throw away that sniper rifle immediately and get off this platform. There is a helicopter that flies around. And the second you snipe them, they're gonna start looking for a sniper. If they find you, the guy up in the helicopter has an M60. It will take you down. That being said, if you wanted to actually take that M60, you'd have to snipe him out of the helicopter and just find it on the ground. But anyway, at this point, you just pretty much have to wait for the Blue Lotus negotiator to get out of the park and to leave the map, just like last time. But that's honestly it. There's really no other ways of doing it. They're all just minor alterations. So that being said, well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.